lot of these other guys that you see, like Johanna, who you call General Johanna, all right, and Nate. And Nate is really the fourth generation because he came up under us, although he likes to claim that he was learned by them, but he came up under my camp, all right? So you learned it overall from myself, and you did learn it from them too, okay? But then you go off. You go off teaching that the name of the Most High is not important, and the mark of the beast is talking about nations. That's clearly going off. That's why you guys, and we always putting up something on the mark of the beast. We're always expounding upon that. You guys kind of hit it once and then you leave it alone. Why? Because you don't want nobody attacking what you're teaching, man, which is totally false. Okay. It says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book even to the time of the end. We're in the time of the end. That's why, if you notice, YouTube came about, okay? Because we were teaching the word long before YouTube came out. But when YouTube came out, we jumped on that bandwagon and we flooded. You know, my thing was to flood YouTube with videos, which none of you guys were doing. So then when we started doing it, people said, well, damn, we got to start doing that too. When you go back before we went on YouTube, man, you might have had a handful of videos over there from Nate, a couple of videos from Bubble Eye Blackfish, because he had more videos than really Nate. Okay? But then you guys, you came on in 2006, and we came on in the summer, July of 2007, and basically the Most High made it where GMS shot up, man. And everybody was getting down with GMS. Now, Nate, when you was out there, a lot of people wasn't following you, man. You know what made people follow you? Because you, like I said, and I always say this, you'll do a little 10-minute video, then lead them to your site to sell them other videos, man. It's all about money with you, man. Okay? When you saw that we were getting all these guys, you said, well, look, I got to change my approach. I got to put out the whole video now. Yep. But now you're going back to when you go on your site on IUIC in the classroom, he'll show like a minute of the video, and then you got to go to his site to watch the rest of the video. All right? Which he was talking in the video, I watched part of it where he was talking about marriage and finding the right woman. And if you don't have the right spirit, you ain't deep in the knowledge, you're going to get the wrong woman. Well, wait a minute. Was Job a man of the Lord? Did Job get the right woman? Hey, because when Job lost all his riches, what did his woman do? What did Job say to his woman? She said, curse the Most High and die. Basically, she said, to hell with the Most High is what she said. Did he say that? No. He said he gonna keep his integrity, man. We are your daughters. And he called her, you sound like the foolish woman. Yeah. So there was obviously foolish women out there, man.
That's right.
And he thought he had a righteous woman. As long as the goodies are there, they play righteous, man.
Yep.
They'll play righteous.
They're good actors.
Now he showed they're good at great actors. Not good at, they're great actors, man.
Actresses, yeah.
All black women should get an Academy Award, but I can see through that shit. They showed, he based it off of a couple of scenes from that movie, The Pursuit of Happiness. This guy Will Smith played it. In the beginning of the movie, he had a son with that woman. And basically, I don't know if he got laid off from his job. No, he was selling these medical devices, these medical machines. And business was kind of low, so he really wasn't making the money. So they were behind on their rent, I think a couple of weeks or a month or a couple of months or whatever. Now she, on the other hand, was pissed off because when you watch the scene of the movie, she was working. She said, I'm tired of doing these double shifts. She was the only one that was bringing in the money. So she got tired of it, man. Now, Nate comes back and says, see, he didn't know how to pick the right woman. Let's put you in that scenario, man. What if you was working for Bunnies? Still, before you was a cop, and you got laid off or whatever, they cut down your hours. You can only do 4 hours a day, 4 days a week or whatever. And your woman to make ends meet, she got to work 2 goddamn jobs. Do you think she'll be there? Don't worry, my Lord, Nate. I will do it. I will do it. Don't worry. I know the Lord is watching. She'll flip quicker than that woman in that movie, man. So stop being a damn hypocrite, man.
That's him.
Stop being a hypocrite, man.
But doesn't his wife hate him though?
Well, no, but she hates him because he was working too much.
Yeah.
Kind of shit is that?
Yeah. Then she's...
And I hate to bring your ass up,
Yeah.
but you bring up them damn videos, man, and I see that shit, and I'm like, what the hell is this guy talking about, man?
Con.
And then his main thing was, when you get married, no, when you get a woman, you got to get married, and you got to get a marriage license with the state. Now, then he said, well, you can't bring in that common law thing because the common law don't apply in every state. Now, I did some research, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go to Google and put in the word common law marriage in New York State. Now, there was a certain time in New York, in the contiguous New York, where a common law marriage was accepted. Meaning, if you and a woman were together, and everybody knows you as being husband and wife, even though you never showed your so-called marriage certificate or license, you were considered husband and wife. So if the man died, the woman had the right to take the body, which Nate is saying you don't have the right to take your man's body because you're not legally married. Okay? Now see what you can. There's a key year where it was no longer recognized as common law marriages. Because common law marriages meant that you were actually married, whether you got a license or not. Go ahead.
All right. This is from Common Law Marriage, New York. I'll get right to the point. It says in New York, common law marriage was used frequently in the 19th and early 20th century. When a couple is common law married, they have all the rights and responsibilities of any married couple. And if they split up, a divorce is necessary rather than just informally dividing possessions. Does New York recognize common law marriage? New York does not allow common law marriage regardless of how long a couple has been cohabiting. In New York, a common law marriage was eliminated by a state law in 1938.
Stop. When I saw 1938, I said, wait a minute, man. 1938. If you go to the type in New York State Constitution. Now, what you're going to find out that the first New York State Constitution was put together, I believe it was 1777, if I'm not mistaken. And you had from 1777 all the way up to the present time, you had what was called a constitutional conventions. See, we go deep here we go into things. We don't just take things at face value. And I didn't know all this, but when I remembered when I read 1938, the common law marriages were no longer recognized. I remembered that the last constitutional convention was convened, I would say, in 1938. And that was the last time when you have a constitutional convention, you change something in the Constitution. Mm-hmm. All right?